This video is made for entertainment purposes only. All claims are alleged. The contents of facts and all data shown in this video have been taken from various social platforms. Any resemblance to any person, entity, in any form is purely coincidental. My intention is not to hurt the sentiments of any person, personality, or any community in any form.
I told her the other day that I was going to drop the case in terms of trying to get full custody because of some of her actions. I said I'm going to drop it because we just got the trial date.
Because she's been doing better or something?
Honestly, it seems like it. You know, she's gotten more involved in school, you know, with the kids and the kids, you know, said they're not being babysat as much. So I like that. You follow me? It's like since I see some progress and stuff like that, yeah. And then too, honestly, I really don't want nobody telling my kids' mom or me what to do with our children, you know? But I also want what's best for my children too. The reason that I'm seeking full custody, you know? I don't want full custody for real. And I want to do right too.
Yeah, I wouldn't want full custody either.
I said, all right, Mariah, let's call your dad so you can go hang out with him, you know. Call. Let me let you listen to it. Now listen to this.
Yes, sir. So you're not going to get a new internet? No, I'm going to get to my nice car. Okay. You're not getting hers back? I'm going to get it all back.
Now, you hear me laugh? Because it's funny to me. You stood out here in this party for 30 minutes talking about, I should be able to have her on her birthday.
He acts like, no, it's Mel, like, no. And
It's the reason I move like I move. Martell's very manipulative. I wish I had have had my children by a man, not a queen.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Empress Lioness, back with another video. So I got some commentary about how Martell never wanted full custody. It was never about the children. It was never about him actually wanting full custody. He never wanted full custody. He went to court to get full custody because he wants to control Melody. Period, point blank. It's not about the children. And that party incident proves that. As y'all see in the videos, you know, in beginning of the video prior to my commentary, he said that he told Melody that he was gonna drop the case. Now, we allegedly found out that he did not drop the case. One, he didn't have enough money to continue the case. That's why he asked her or filed a motion, whatever, to get her to pay his court fees and his lawyer fees. They denied it, so now he had no choice but to drop the fucking case. He had no choice because he didn't have enough money to keep. He didn't have money, period, to start it, but he didn't have no money to keep paying for his lawyer and to pay those court fees. That's why the case got dropped, quotation mark, or he stopped going, because when Melody filed a motion against a countersuit to get full custody, he didn't even show up, so he forfeited it. And I feel like he didn't show up because he knew her and her lawyer were gonna put his ass through the ringer, and they were gonna really expose him. And I'm pretty sure she would have won full custody. She would have everything that she had under wrap, everything that she's had on him, because I'm pretty sure she got plenty of receipts on him, plenty of receipts that could really expose him for who he really is and what he's done. That's why he didn't show up, allegedly, because he forfeited. Instead of going to court and going to trial and putting out evidence, he knew that she was going to win that full custody. She knew. He just didn't expect her to countersue him, but she did, and he knew that was the end. And then he didn't have no money to, because allegedly they said that he got upset when his lawyer sent him an invoice of how much he owes, and he got upset about that. And had another hissy fit, another outburst of rage and anger, like he always does. So then he goes on to say he's dropping it because Melody is more involved in school and they're not being babysat as much. Melody, if you follow Melody, she's always involved in those children's schooling. She goes on field trips. She's like, she's always involved with those children. Sports, extracurricular activities. Like, so for him to be, like, he's just a straight up liar. So for him to be saying these things, it's just the narrative and the lie that he's trying to push to make him look like a good parent, and he's not, or make Melody look bad. And then he's saying they're not being babysat as much. First of all, we all know this 20-something babysitters is a straight up lie. When, like I went in my another video, when he lies, listen to what he says. Look at his body language. Listen to when he be stuttering, and his favorite number is 20 something. I know for a fact Melody has not had no fucking 20-something babysitters. And if they get babysat, so what? This is what working parents have to do. They have to get fucking babysitters. If your children are not in school, or all of them are not school age, you as a working parent to provide a life for them, especially a life that they have been accustomed to, that costs more money than just the average person or middle class or lower class, yes, she's going to work more. She's going to travel more. So for her having babysitters, which she said is only about 3 or 4, and it's mainly her mother, her brother, and her close friend. These are not random people. These are not strangers. These are not a nanny that she found online and be like, I'm going to pay you to watch my children. These are people that she trusts. These are people in her village. And it takes a village to raise a child. That should not be a problem, because she, on her time, get someone from her village to babysit her children when she's working, providing for them. That should not be no fucking issue. It's just, he just wants control, and she doesn't have to call him every time they need babysat. That's what happens when you're not in the household no more. That's what happens when you were once in the household with your family and they were with you. But this is what happens when the family breaks up. This is what happens when you're in 2 separate households. And this is her time. She shouldn't, this is her time. So she can do what she wants on her time, on her week. And it's crazy because sometimes it's been confirmed that you say you always with Sheree. And Sheree said on the first episode that you with her every weekend. So how the fuck are you with her every weekend when you get your kids every other weekend, every other day? Every other week. So are you taking your kids down there with you every week to Atlanta? But you didn't want Melody taking her kids to Atlanta to visit her brother, their uncle. So make it make sense. Yeah, I remember that. He didn't want Melody traveling to Atlanta back and forth with his children, quotation mark. But he going back and forth to Atlanta every weekend to visit a woman. But you get your kids every other week. So how is that possible unless you taking your kids to Atlanta every other week? And most likely you're not. So you had to get somebody to babysit too. Allegedly, that's how I feel. So caught in another lie and just bullshit of how he just want to operate how he did when he was in the household, when he was in the marriage, and it doesn't work that way. And she does not have to abide by what you say. Unfortunately, y'all have to abide by what the court says. But what she does on her time, if it's not neglecting those children, abusing them, mistreating them, any of that, which we know for a fact she's not, it shouldn't be of any concern. It shouldn't be of any of your concern about who they're getting babysat by, because you know everybody that has had your children and babysit them for her. You just want to exaggerate and put 20 on 10 to make her look bad, like she's a bad parent, and that's bullshit. Then he says he doesn't want anyone telling them what to do with their children. Oh, really? If that was the case, why did you go for full custody? Because you knew that was what was going to happen. You filed the motion for full custody first, but now all of a sudden you don't want the judge telling you what to do with your children. She let it be known, like when she left you, y'all already agreed on joint, or she agreed, y'all agreed joint custody. Y'all didn't have to go to none of that. That's what y'all agreed upon. Y'all didn't have to go through this court shit unless y'all did go through much of court to be told what to do. Joint custody, okay. You are the one who went back and tried to get full custody. And I feel like that's another reason why he don't want nobody telling him what to do with his children, because the court told him some shit that he didn't agree with and didn't want to do. Just like that court document that Color Me Pink, shout out to her, put out there when it came to how he was treating his children, and they ordered him to go to therapy and he didn't go. Oh, so he didn't want to listen to that. He didn't want to get told what to do with his children. They ordered him to go to therapy with his son and by himself, and he didn't do it. That's why he was kept from his kids for 20, 50 some days. Not just because Melody was being petty and was keeping him from them. So I feel like another reason why he doesn't want anyone telling them what to do with their children, because the judge was telling him certain things and he didn't want to do it. And he says, I want what's best for them. Bullshit. Because if you think you getting full custody and them being taken away from their mother is what's best for them, you are a damn fool. Because you know those children love their mother. You know those children know their mother loves them and is a great mom to them. You know that wouldn't be. That's not the best. That is not in what's the best. That's not what's best for those children, at all. That would have hurt those children to the core if they would have been took from their mother and only seen their mother. What if you got full? That would have hurt them to the core and really traumatized and damaged them. If they would have been got taken from, they wouldn't even understand what was going on, because I know they know who their mother is to them. That's not what you want. What you want, but you paint it like it's always about the kids when it's not. You know, want to know why I feel the way I feel? Because I feel Melody is the one who wants best for those children, because she is the one who truly protects them, not you. Because she protects you and your bullshit only off for the sake of her children. To this day, she has kept so much shit to herself and not exposed you for a lot of things because of her children, because she knows her children are at an age, and especially when they get older, when they see everything that you have done publicly on TV, how you went on a smear campaign trying to drag her, trying to defame her, make it seem like she's a hoe, all of these things. And what she does, she just defends herself. But it's a lot of things that we don't know, and it's a lot of things that have came out allegedly that you've done behind the scenes, but she has not said that. Like, from something that as serious as this last thing that came out about Revenge P, she didn't really expose you about that, but she was forced to. So that's what's best. That's what's best for your children, to continue to try to break their mother. Because if she's broken, she's not going to be able to be a good parent to your children. She's not going to be able to be the best version of herself so she can give to her children. She's not. That's not what's best for them. Those children need a healthy, mentally stable, emotionally, physically healthy mother. But you are trying so hard to break her in whatever way possible. But that's what's best for them? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And you're not a good father. And I'm telling you right now, when those kids get older and they see what you've done, and especially behind the scenes or whatever, what we don't know about, what she has not said, those children are going to resent your ass. They are. You think you're doing something now, those children are going to get older. Those children are very intelligent now. But when they get older and they continue to see how you act, especially that son of yours, the oldest son, oh, he's going to, I can tell that boy is a mama's boy. He's going to turn against you. I promise you he is. Those children are going to, some might say still up, but they're going to know. They're going to see you for who you are. So you better stop while you're ahead and get yourself together. And fix what you have caused. Because you think it's sweet now. When those kids get older and they see what you have done to their mother and what you're trying to do to their mother, and they're going to resent you. And it might just, they probably don't want nothing to do with you. Because everybody else sees it. So don't think they're not going to see it. But then we go to, the next scene that I showed, where Melody calls Martell to pick up Mariah. Melody says he's going to get her Monday. So Melody starts laughing like, you did all of that shit. You stood outside this party for 20 and 30 minutes, insisting that you spend time with her on her birthday. But yet, the birthday that ended at 12 o'clock, you didn't come get her. I'm talking about you had all day after that. So what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock. All day. 9 hours. You could have did anything, could have went anywhere. And you didn't do that. Because it was not about those children. And I'm going to need people to stop saying that, oh, he's a dad. He can show up whenever, especially it's her birthday. He can show up empty-handed. No, he cannot. Not when he hasn't shown up financially since they were divorced, like Melody said in that scene. And I believe it. So the least he could do was show up with something, but he wasn't there to show up with anything because it wasn't about the children. It wasn't about her birthday and celebrating with her on her birthday. It wasn't about that, because trust me, if it really was, he would have gotten her. He would have been like, okay, you don't want me here, because he would have had if he would have been right in the head, he would have understood, okay, well, this is her time. This is an odd year for her. So the odd year for the mother. So this is her time. So this is her right. So I'm really overstepping my boundaries. But she planned this party. Okay, but she's allowing me to get her on her birthday because she really doesn't have to. That's what the court documents say. That is what is in place. That is what the court documents say. But she's being lenient with me and she's trying to work with me. So she said, okay, I can get her after the birthday. And the birthday ends at 12 o'clock. I have all day to do whatever I can. So you, during the party, you could have sat in your truck instead of you causing all that ruckus and chaos and drama and being disrespectful and screaming in people's face, screaming in her mother's face, which that right there, I would have beat the fuck out of you and whoever you brought. Because you're not going to scream in my mother's face, especially if she didn't scream at you. She didn't say nothing disrespectful. She had a good mellow tone, and you got triggered and went and screamed to the top of your lungs at that one. I would have slapped the fuck out of you. I promise you I would. But you just wanted your way. Just because you always trying to cause a scene and fuck with somebody's energy and bring some negativity and then and paint the narrative like somebody being difficult with you. No, you're the one being difficult. Because all you had to do was say, okay, I understand you right. This is your year. This is what the court documents say. But I thank you and I appreciate you for letting me get her afterwards. You could have sat in that car during that party, whatever, figured out something, planned something in those couple of hours that the party was going on, and figured out, okay, I can get her after, so let me figure out what I want to do for my baby. You could have went and got her something, some gifts and whatever, and came back and after that party got her and did what you wanted to do. But you didn't want to do that because it was never about them children. It was never about your daughter's birthday. It was about you. Like always. If it doesn't involve you, you're not going to do it. If it doesn't benefit you, you're not going to do it. If it doesn't go and play into your narrative, you're not going to do it. But Melody says he's very manipulative, and that's why she moves the way she moves. And we all know that. We know he's manipulative. And we understand why she does move the way she moves with him. Because you can't move normally with him because he's not normal. He's not right in the fucking head. He always has a motive. He always is strategically thinking, how can I paint her as this bad person? How can I lie to make it seem like she's being difficult and I'm not? How can I make it look like I'm the one worried about our children and what's best for them and not her? That's what he's doing. So when you got a person like that, you cannot move. You cannot move normal. You cannot be caught lacking with them, because anything they can get, they're gonna use it against you. She cannot move normally. She cannot trust him. She can't be nice to him because he's gonna take it. If you give him an inch, he's gonna take him out. So I understand why she does what she does and how she deals with him the way she deals with him. But that was my commentary on this situation, and I just hope that all these other people and these people that still thinking that Martell is the good guy and he's a great father and he's the one that wants best for his children and he's doing all of this because he wants to be with it. No, it's bullshit. And I really need people to wake up and stop being pick-me's and stop caping for this nigga, because he is not. He never wanted full custody of them. He just wanted to try and break Melody, because that will break someone. I would feel a way. I know how I would feel if my children's father tried to take my kids from me. Of course, I'll be just like Melody because I'm a strong woman as well. I'll take that shit on the chin and I'll go and fight for my shit, and I wouldn't lose. But that would be hard on any mother, especially a good mother. Now, it's different when a mother ain't shit. She don't give a fuck about her kids, any of that. But when it comes to good mothers, that would break and that would hurt anyone. So that's why he went to get full custody. Not because she's not doing this or she's not doing enough of that, or no, it's because he wanted to. He's doing whatever he can to break her, and she's not breaking. She's not budging. She may bend here and there, but she's not budging, and he hates it. He really does hate it. But his day is coming. His day is coming, and karma is a boss bitch, and she don't miss. And I'm gonna always say that. I'm probably gonna make a shirt, so look out for that. But he